Well, my weekend was tiring but great. I hope yours was good as well. Well, you're welcome to another exciting episode of News by Muse, of course, with me, your favorite girl, Na Akushika Kofi. Yes, follow Muse Africa, guys. I keep saying this. You have to follow us on all of our social media platforms, on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. Now, on Instagram is muse.africa, and we're going to select out of the first 100, the 50th, 80th, and 90th persons to follow. We are still giving out special gifts, guys. Give us that follow right about now if you are not doing so. Now, for our top story today, we're going to take a quick look at a recap, of the NPP Manifesto launch that was held on Saturday. We're going to take a few points from each sector and look at what they have in stock for us. Let's take a look at the headlines that are making waves on the internet. Afterwards, as usual, 6:30 from Tisha. Enjoy. You're welcome back from the break. If you just tuned in, you are of course still watching News by Muse with me, your favorite girl, Na Akushika Kofi. Well, don't forget to follow Muse Africa on Instagram. It's at muse.africa because we're going to give special gifts to the 50th, 80th, and 90th persons out of the first 100 who follow us. We're going to give you very special gifts, so give us that follow right about now. Now, we're going to jump straight into our top story for today. Now, over the weekend, the incumbent party, the MPP, read out their manifesto at the University of Cape Coast in the Central Region ahead of the December 7, 2020 elections. So we're going to break that down in a few sectors that they took this from. So from the transport sector, this is what they said. There are 6 bulleted points here, infographics, kind courtesy, City Newsroom. Relaunch of Metro Mass Transport System. Launch Road Maintenance Infrastructure Program as a source of youth job creation. I think that's a good thing for the youth if that's really a promise that they are willing to fulfill. And third, they said construct new airport in Cape Coast. Well, we'll see about that. Fourth, construct Ghana Burkina Faso rail line. We've been waiting. The railway system in Ghana has been a bit off for a very long time. But then in the next stories I'm going to touch on a few of those things and what one of our officials has to say about that. Now, we have for the 5th bulletin, construct new harbour in Cape Coast. And for the 6th, we have conduct feasibility study for the rail line between Kaswa and Accra. So still on the rail line, which takes a very long time to be built and built properly. So that's for the transport sector. Now, moving on straight away from the transport sector to the industry. It says, 1, support made in Ghana products. Of course, we have to support our own product. People don't even buy Ghana rice. Anyway, then we have to, they're going to promote manufacturing of digital devices locally. That's what they are promising to do. They are going to produce at least half of Ghana's sugar needs. Well, if that happens, that's going to be very, very good for us, honestly speaking. And the 4th point that I have here, they're going to promote local transaction of pharmaceuticals. Well, we need medicine when we are sick. So if we are going to produce them locally, I think that's going to help us. And for we might even start exporting them. Now, finally, emphasize assembly of home appliances in Ghana. For instance, the electric fans, the air conditioners, which is always in use in almost every home shop and industry in Ghana. So away from that sector, now straight into the foreign affairs sector. This part sort of interests me. I'm interested in this part a lot. The first point is they're going to introduce a chip-embedded passport and enhance security of passports. So I think that this is just going to be in a bid to increase security and improve technology around the whole passport system. So if the MPP is voted into government for the next 4 years, we're hoping that they're able to do this. Now, the second is they're going to implement projects to issue machine readable visa stickers. Well, still on technology, and I think this is also going to improve the pace at which we do things when it comes to applying for visas and all. So let's wait to see what they have to, but I'm going to talk about what they have to say about education shortly.
I tried to show.
So I'm still on the highlights of the MPP 2020 Manifesto launch that happened on Saturday. This is for the educational sector. So it says that, first of all, there's going to be a cancellation of the guarantor system for student loan application for all tertiary students except trainee teachers, and nurses if they are voted into power. Now, secondly, they're going to implement $219 million Ghana Accountability for Learning Outcomes Project, Gallup, to improve quality of education in 10,000 low-performing basic schools. Now, third, they're saying that they're going to provide made in Ghana digital devices pre-installed with digital content for SHS students and teachers. They also said that they're going to expand infrastructure to increase access to professional legal education. And finally, they're going to complete provision of free Wi-Fi at all secondary schools, senior secondary schools, that's the SHS, and then the private tertiary institutions and training colleges. So for the last point, basically, I'm sure it's going to be in a bid to improve ICT in the schools and ensure how easygoing the lectures and the classes go for the students, no breakages in internet connection and so on.
I tried to show.
Alright guys, so away from our top story and the highlights and straight into politics. Now, the Railways Minister, Mr. Joe Gatti, says that the railway sector has transformed massively under the Akufo-Addo government. Now, this is what he says in an interview on Joy News. Let's listen to what he has to say.
If nothing at all, that signifies or signals the fact that government is serious about railway. The president has said time and time again that one of the tragedies of our post-colonial development is that we ignored our railway. I like what he says because he doesn't even talk about government, because you must bear in mind that in our tradition as being in government, Buzia's time, President Kufuor's time, he said one of the tragedies of our post-colonial development, because railway is a 100-year development. So if you think about railway in terms of 4 years, you miss the plot. Since independence, since 57, our railway has been going down. We have decided to arrest the decline and do something about it. And I'm glad we are doing something about it.
Well, I mean, per what I even read in the highlights with regards to the railway sector, it looks like they have a lot of plans for the railway sector if they are elected into power again. So let's wait to see what they have for us. But then, still on politics, the flag bearer of the NDC and former president of the country, John Dramani Mahama, says that if, I am using the word if because it's a possibility, if he is elected into power, no new project is going to be started or initiated in the first year of office. But then I am using the word if, but then in his speech and what you're about to listen to, he says when he is elected into power, because he is certain that he's going to be elected into power. Let's listen to what he has to say.
And so when you recklessly, abandon projects like that, then what you do is you waste the money of the taxpayers. That's the taxes that all of us pay. There are schools, there are electric poles, water systems. I mean, I've crisscrossed the country and you see them everywhere that have been abandoned. And I think that is the tragedy, of our development, that we start and stop. It's going to be a big challenge when I come back into office. And what I have suggested to do is that we'll start no new projects, in the first year. And what we'll do is we'll harness all the resources that are possible to continue and finish the projects that have been left abandoned like that.
Well, so away from the MPP and NDC, of course, and straight into the CPP, Ivor Greenstreet has been re-elected as the presidential candidate for the CPP. Now, the primaries took place on Saturday, August 22, 2020, and he pulled about 1,364 votes against Bright Akwite's 597 and Divine Aivo's 171 votes. Now, this will be the first time that the CPP has repeated a presidential candidate. So it looks like Ivor Greenstreet is going to spearhead the affairs of the CPP in the coming elections. All right, guys, so away from politics, and let me just touch on something very crucial on education. The Minister of Education, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, says that digital education is very, very important for the young ones today. So you must be able to acquire digital skills. Now, he's saying that securing jobs for the youth and preparing them for the job market is going to be very, very effective if they have skills in the IT sector, especially in these COVID-19 times. So we must really take advantage of the fact that we are in these crucial times and start to learn more about how to enhance and go forward in our business, our education, from the technological perspective, because in every organization, in every school, we have phones, we have laptops that you have to use. You need the internet connection, and if you have all these gadgets without the education and knowledge on how to use these gadgets, I think they're just going to be there for being their sake. So that's what the Minister of Education is saying.
I tried to show 'em.
Well, still on politics, it looks like Huawei Ghana agrees with the Minister of Education. So they have donated ICT lab equipment to the Ghana Telecom University College, GTUC, the Tesano main campus. Now, this is, as I mentioned, to enhance the free flow of technology in schools, to help them understand how to use technology the more, because right now we're moving away and shifting from that culture of writing so many things on book and paper to doing them on technological devices. So they equipped the school with 9 ultra-modern facilities worth over 100,000 Ghana cedis with 5 switches as well as 4 routers. So this is what they have done for the school to help ICT be boosted in so many educational facilities.
I tried to show 'em.
All right, so the Chief Executive of the Private Enterprise Federation, PEF, Mr. Nana Osei Bonsu, noted that although businesses are looking forward to the reopening of the borders, we must tread cautiously. I mean, this follows the updates from the president in his address that on September 1, 2020, the borders are going to be open. But then he's saying that in the wake of this COVID-19, a lot of businesses have been shut down. Yes, so they're waiting for the borders to be open so they can continue the businesses, so they can get their monies back, they can start their investments again. But then he's saying that it's still risky, so we must tread cautiously and be very, very, very careful. And I totally agree with him. Right, so we've done politics, we've done education, business, now straight into some health news. Of course, you know it's centered around COVID-19. So the World Health Organization has issued and updated its guidance in terms and related to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, they're saying that children of over 12 years should wear face masks as adults do. So children who are below 12 years are not really necessarily permitted to wear face masks, especially for children who are below 5 years. But then, depending on the situation in which they find themselves, they should be able to have a few face coverings. But then it's not really imperative for them to wear the face masks. But then for children who are 12 and over, they must be able to wear the same kinds of face masks that adults are wearing. So that's a few tips for you with regards to health and COVID-19 from your honorable tip mistress. Now, you know I'm not going to move away to the next segment without giving you a few tips on how to keep and stay safe. So, don't forget to wash your hands under running water and use your soaps. But then it has to be at least 20 seconds. You can make it 25 or 30. It's up to you. But then it shouldn't be less than 20 seconds. And you must keep your sanitizers all the time with you. If you're a guy, you don't really like holding pouches or wallets, you can keep it in your pocket. If you're a girl, obviously you have a purse and you have a bag, so you can keep it in your bag and use them all the time whenever you come into contact with your face or maybe any object, metals especially. Yes, and don't forget to wear your face mask as the World Health Organization is saying. And for those of you who like using the face shields, you might want to couple and make them husband and wife. Don't wear the face shields without using the face mask because it's not effective. So the two must go hand in hand. Let's talk tech in a minute and a bit.
I tried to show 'em.
Well, guys, so onto one of my favorite segments on this show, of course, Tech in a Minute. So Adobe has apologized after an update to its Lightroom app permanently deleted years of photos on iPhone, iPad, and iPad Touch users' devices. How is an app able to permanently delete people's photos? What? Anyway, secondly, become the astronaut you always dreamed of. Cosmic Trick. This is now available on App Store. Now, finally, Apple helped make top secret iPod for US government. We're waiting for Apple to make a top secret iPod for the Ghanaian government. Sports in a bit. Well, so straight into sports. Romelu Lukaku is thanking Inter fans for what they have done for him. So this is just a quick read of what he wrote and posted on Twitter. So first of all, I want to say thank you for all what you guys have done for my family and myself. This year as a team, we've grown a lot together, and it's an honor to represent a club that I loved since I have been a kid. Yes, what happened in the final pissed me off, but I will fight back. We all saw what happened in the finals, but then he said he's going to fight back. So I never had, I can't say this word on the air, I never had dash the easy way in life, as many of you know, and this experience will make me stronger. One thing is for sure, Inter is not dead, and this experience will make us better as a team. There's unity and we're heading the right direction. To the fans, I want to say thank you for being so supportive every game, home or away. I love you guys. I appreciate the messages I've got. We will be back. Sempre Forza Inter. So that's what Romelu Lukaku has to say. Well, like Romelu Lukaku, he loves his fans, and I, your honorable tip mistress, loves you so much, my viewers. That is why I keep telling you to follow us on Instagram, muse.africa. We are giving out special gifts to the 50th, 80th, and 90th persons out of the first 100 to follow us. So don't forget to follow us. Give us that follow right now. What are you waiting for, guys? Now we're going to take a quick breather. When I am back, TV Ekuanipa, the birthday girl, today is her birthday. She's going to present you with entertainment news, exciting and exhilarating entertainment news. Well, if you just tuned in, you're still watching News by Muse. My name is Na Akushika Kofi, and of course, I have here with me the lovely Tili Ekuanipa. She is smiling because today is her birthday. Well, you can't say thank you.
Thank you. You didn't say happy birthday.
I was about to say it.
Okay.
So happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
From my lovely viewers, your fans, everybody is thanking God for adding another year to your age. So what do you have for us as a gift to your viewers on your birthday?
Well, I guess it's only appropriate that I give you a Sarkodie since I love Sarkodie and this is my birthday.
Yes.
And I have to give you guys.
She's crazy about Sarkodie. She doesn't just love him.
Yeah. So Vlad, DJ Vlad, who is an American interviewer and a journalist, actually put out a publication out looking for an artist to interview.
Okay.
And he was so overwhelmed by the number of Sarkodie fans, that's the Sark Nation, who came there to say Sarkodie, Sarkodie. So he has interviewed Sarkodie, and the interview will be dropping soon. But Sarkodie is so thrilled about this thing that Sac Native did. He said, Sac Natives are my assets. When I count my assets, Sac Natives are number one. And Sac Native, which all an artist needs to blow. That is what Sarkodie says. And you all know that Sarkodie actually really loves his Sac Natives. Everything he does with them. In case you don't know, when he was organizing the concerts, that's the this system concerts, he actually involved his Sac Natives into the thing. Every planning step was with the Sac Natives. The ushering, the stage, everything was done with the Sac Natives.
So it's like creating opportunities for them.
So he literally created a job for them. So it's like everything he does with his team. They do their parties, annual or whichever party that they do, which I have never attended.
That's quite surprising though.
Because you know, with the Sac Native, we fight the battle on different fronts. Mine is to talk about him on TV. Somebody's own is to be at events, you know.
More segmenting.
So DJ Vlad has interviewed Sarkodie, and we are all hoping that the interview drops. But of course, Sarkodie loves Sac Natives, and he can't wait to let the whole world see that interview too.
I tried to show 'em.
Now, Shatta Wale sets the record with 1 million. He breaks it 1.5 and now 2 million. We can only wish that he goes forward and more and more and more, so he can make more money and put Ghana on the map as he is doing. So this is a big deal for the SM family.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a big deal for us. I'm also part of SM family.
You did. Everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, so it's a big deal, and all we can do to get more of our artists hitting records like this is to constantly stream their songs and not be always doing free downloads. Yeah,
we have to shift from that culture of downloading free things. To
streaming, support them. Because that's the only way they can also stay in business and be the artists we love and cherish. Now we're moving to my last story. Now to my final story. This is something that, being an entertainment person, I can't keep quiet about. So I may have to tell the whole world what's happening. Now the NPP, they read their manifesto on the weekend, on Saturday, read by Dr.
Mahamudu Bawumia, the Vice President.
Now for we, the creative arts people, we will focus on the creative arts side. Now these are the promises they put out for the creative arts people. I'm going to mention them, but then I'll be running it by you. You have also been around, so see whether
I think I read the manifesto, PDF.
Alright, so for the creative arts, this is what they say.
Okay.
Which one do you think they can do?
Okay, I think the theater. No, just for the one in Kumasi. Because I mean, they already had plans.
Just the bill that they had to pass.
I
don't know our structures.
And I think for the funds thing, I think that's also possible. That's a third point, right?
Creative. I think that is possible. So even though I said that was my last story, it's my birthday.
So you have a gift?
Yeah, I have a gift for you. I have an exclusive for you.
Okay.
That's Papa Shira, who sang Makoma some years back with Asasa.
Okay.
Is back with something new called Adonai, which is one of his songs from his EP Rebirth. It has a new video and it's a single, the lead that's out. So that's all I bought for you. I hope you enjoyed that.
Oh, yes.
You can
I'm sure they did.
I'm
sure they did.
Yeah, so I'm going to celebrate my birthday.
With who?
Oh, with Muse Africa.
Anyway, a happy birthday to you, Tileke Anipa. Your fans are wishing you. They sent me tons of messages. I couldn't really hear because I mean time wouldn't permit me. But then I'll send it to you personally. I'm not lying. I'm serious.
Okay.
You look like you don't believe.
Oh, I do. I know they love me, so they will send.
Okay, so yeah, please, she's going to wait for me after I close the show. We're going to party, so.
Yeah,
please.
So you can just follow me on all social media platforms at Tileke Anipa, TILLY AKUANIPAA. Thank you. Alright, so happy birthday to me and bye.
Bye. Well, it's quite unfortunate the show has to come to an end. I have to go, but as I always say, not for good. Now, this has been News by Muse with me, Na Akushika Kofi, the forever beautiful one, your honorable and lovely tip mistress. As I keep saying, give Muse Africa a follow on all of our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Now, on Facebook, it's Muse Africa without the dot. But on Twitter and Instagram, it's muse.africa. And we are giving out special gifts to the first 100 to follow on Instagram, the 50th, 80th, and 90th person. So go and take your phones if you're not having it at the moment and open the Instagram app and give us that follow on muse.africa right now. Now, if you want to watch the show again, it's on YouTube. You can subscribe to our channel, give us that like button, hit that like button, guys, and press the notification bell. So whenever we post a new video, you get to see the notification and you watch. My name is Na Akushika once again, and it's always an honor to be on your screens. I hope you have a good evening and stay safe. I love you, like Romelu Lukaku.